I'm the only ramstick I've ever owned.
You've only owned one ramstick, you probably. And I'm waiting for YouTube to confirm that we are live. We are live in a living color, if you will.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ERA Season 17, Round 7 at Bathurst. And boy, is it greasy out there. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is a man who wants to turn the everyman into a beveryman, and the bevery stands for beverage, Michael Magus.
Why, thank you very much. Although I would say it's not greasy out there, because there is actually a track condition of greasy.
Oh, is there's the scientific designation of greasy?
There is. We are past that. We are wet.
Any relation to Bob Greasy?
Might be. Brian Greasy as well. Let's not forget him.
Ooh, goodness.
All right, we're just here in the free practice session, waiting for that to chill down. So while we're doing that, how about we talk about the championship here real quick, everybody.
Champion.
So we got 3 champions that will be crowned today: the silver champion, the bronze champion, the iron champion, and the silver champion. Silver championship pretty much locked up. Tristan Akaloan comes in today with 108 points on the board. The next highest total is 72. He cannot be caught and will be your silver champion. Unless things go horrible, and he gets disqualified for the championship in 1997, Jerez, and all that jazz. But he is going to be your winner. He's going to be your champion coming out of today. Second place right now is El Perry on 72 points, 65 for James Wheel. They cannot catch him. Dick Post. Now, his championship is up for grabs. Byron, I assume you're cheering for Mr. Dick Post here today to take home the bronze title.
I would say that we are all standing firmly erect and applauding Mr. Post.
Dick Post comes in today with 78 points. Thomas Wong is alive. He's on 74 points. And you might think that this is not the case because... Well, no, actually, you will. What am I talking about? Brian Mongrand is also alive on 62 points. But Brian Mongrand basically needs pole, win, fastest lap, the other two to do absolute shit. He needs them to die, basically. So he's on the outside looking in, mathematically alive, but not really. So it's really between Post and Wong. I'm looking forward to seeing how they square off and how they sort that out. They are 4 points apart in the standings, 7 points when drop scores are taken into account. So it is a little bit wider than that 4 points makes it seem. But Wong is, he's got a chance. There's a number of mathematical situations that could get him the belt here. It's just a matter of making it happen. He needs a good result. He needs Post to have a somewhat lackluster day. That is the extent of that. And then in the bronze or the iron category, the champion will be Pat Fortune. Stunt Possum is looking to take the 1-2 here today. That's what this is about, because D. Hines, who's in second place, is battling with Nathan B. and Bozer for second place in the championship. So could be a big day for Stunt Possum.
Could it also be a big day for giant slalom enthusiasts?
It could be. I could definitely see that being the case.
Can we get that nice American skier lady out of the hospital and have her do commentary with us?
That'd be intriguing.
See how long it takes the PTSD to come back. Bro, did you see like the after effects of the surgery? She had to go through like 3 or 4 surgeries. Like her whole everything from like
I did see that.
the hip down to the heel is just posted and
absolutely
screwed and plated.
Destroyed.
I hear she's going to be back on the mountain in a week.
As a general rule here, everybody, if the video or the audio is having problems, please let us know and we'll do what we can about the problem.
I noticed we have 6 people watching.
We do.
7 now.
Welcome, peoples. We're aware that this is largely a on-demand type thing as opposed to a live thing, but we aim to please.
Indeedly-doo. I noticed that we are now up to an even 380 subscribers. Thanks entirely to me for calling for people to subscribe.
Indeed.
And do the like and all that stuff.
We will continue to do that because we want more.
Indeed.
Help us help you get more content.
Me too. Market. Speaking of power thirst, we need a Bathurst energy drink. I think.
Mmm.
Being
Although I'm
flavored
thinking
downhill
Bathurst
skid
might
mark.
end up being like a bathwater thing, and that gets a little gross.
Koala squeezins. I
Be
have
interesting race for
contracted
that.
with the admins to have koalas released randomly onto the map today.
We do have changing conditions. Is that what the changing conditions are? There'll be more koalas.
Yeah, yeah, they go from raindrops to koala to drop bears.
I see. I see. I see. What happens when we deploy the Komodo dragons?
Oh, well, I mean, they don't move very fast. They just pick off the people getting out of their cars.
I mean, they do move very suddenly. They're just
They do.
not fast overall.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Latch onto a car and start like just being dragged by their teeth in the wheel.
Correct. Oh, animal fact of the day. There's a nice person on Imager who posts things about animals. And they posted about the African fish-eating eagle. Apparently, the thing is so efficient that it only spends about 10 minutes a day hunting stuff. It's just that good at actually hunting and catching stuff to eat.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's not bad.
So as per usual, we're going to do the track map reconnaissance here. Who is our volunteer? Car 76, you have volunteered for this task. Where are you?
Car 54, where are you?
Oh, 976. Pardon me, I missed the 9. Is D. Hines. So he's
You are all behind D. Hunts.
approaching the uphill section here. Break down, get up here. Now this is really tight, really punishing. You're in the wall zone here, like a street course. We're down to damp instead of wet, so this will be a interesting time to see who's rocking the wets, who's rocking the dries. Probably wets all around. Making the way through the various parks here, on the way to the scariest part of this track and possibly of any track. Let's be entirely honest. These spectators are brave. And the part that I'm talking about is coming up right here. This is the drop known as the Skyline. Here we go.
Yeehaw!
We will see plenty of people fuck up here. Then we head over to Forest Elbow. Right there. And then it's basically full throttle onto the Conrad Straight.
Cormora.
Conrad. It's named after someone.
I prefer it my way. Deploy the Drukari.
You're pulling a Jean Baptista from the Lord of War at this point.
Yep.
Breaking down for the final bit here called the Chase. And then we're headed down to Murray Corner, which is the final lap here, or the final corner around Mount Panorama. Right here, braking at about 100 meters. Varies car to car. Through there, onto the start-finish straight. And because we missed it, because you come out of the pits and you skip it, we'll stay on board for Hell Corner, which is the first corner right here.
That looks like it's about 89 degrees.
It is. It's a pretty tight corner. There's a lot of people that can have accents there, and keep in mind it's where everything starts. So there will probably be a pretty good pile up there.
Giggity, giggity.
See anybody new here today? Because we always want to show off the new people. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Hugo Griffin's here today. Let's have a look at the new livery.
The Hugo.
Hugo, I kind of like the all gray livery better. I gotta be honest.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Also, we have the return of Van Nels Kanami Dyke, who's been away for a couple of races.
Turn of the Mac.
We reserved that for Michael Schumacher, sir. It was actually literally used in the Formula 1 1999 music video.
Very nice.
So the video starts off with Live and Let Die by Wings. So good start. And then I forget what the And that takes us up to the Silverstone, where Michael Schumacher crashes in the wall, breaks his leg. I forget what the second song is now for the life of me. But there's a second song that takes us through Eddie Irvine's challenge for the title, basically. And then we hit Malaysia, which is where Michael Schumacher comes back, and we transition into Return of the Mac.
Tomas in chat.
There was a guy who used to do music videos like dedicated to drivers from Formula One history, and I do remember figuring out he really didn't like Michael Schumacher because he chose for Michael Schumacher's video "The Rise of Evil."
Dun, dun.
I enjoyed that he used Scatman John for John Lacey. Because Jean Lacey, famously one of the most mercurial drivers of the 1990s in Formula One history. Just a guy who would get it just absolutely wrong sometimes. Right now we have D. Hines put up the fastest lap so far at 2-minute 10.05. Jos van de Velde in second place, followed by Lucio Condi, Hugo Grippin, Roy Cunningham, Oler, Stipo, and JJ Zimmerman. Keep in mind these are the iron drivers, so those times will go down. Well, they may not actually, because, well, okay, they will. I'm looking at the forecast and seeing that the rain's letting up, so the track is going to get faster, not slower. But in weird conditions, you can sometimes get a very mixed up grid as Dyke goes third quickest. Pat Fortune is taking the pole. And unfortunately, it looks like Nathan B's lap is illegal. So he will not be posting a lap time at the moment.
Go to jail. Go to race jail immediately.
Go to race jail immediately. Stipo's got a good one go. Might as well do the full breakdown of the championship here for the Iron Boys. Pat Fortune leading the way with 101 points. He will be the champion come the end of today. D. Hines on 70, Nathan B. on 67, Bo Zer on 61. In fifth place, it's Lucio Condi on 43, Jos van de Velde in 6th on 36, Roy Cunningham Oler in 7th on 26 points, and then it is a three-way tie for 8th place on 22 between Alfie Solomons, Lou Wes, and this man, Stipo. Looks like we have 10 iron contestants today, so guaranteed points if they can get it to the finish line.
What if they explode?
Well, if they explode, then obviously not points. You have bigger problems at that point.
Fair enough.
Stipo going to come across the line about 2 seconds quicker than his previous lap. The track is getting faster by the minute, basically. As the track dries out a little bit, you can see the rain has stopped. Roy Cunningham Oler coming across the line. Still going to be in 9th place, but a notable improvement on his lap time, bringing it down to a 2:13, 5:12. And you got time. I'm not really sure why he's stopped on track, honestly. Maybe they're thinking about putting on dry tires for one last run. That could be the case. JJ Zimmerman working his way up the hill in the Team Track Tool entry. He is the only driver on track right now with a legal lap going, so JJ, you are the star of the show. Default. Default. This mountain section is very tricky. JJ's been improving this season. It's been good to see. He's been around for, I think, a season or two, and it's been a rough time, so it's good to see him improving, sticking with it. We appreciate the gumption. We appreciate the tenacity.
You'll be given a complimentary Zonda.
I do know we had a little bit of an exodus of a couple of drivers 2 rounds ago, I think, or maybe at Donington Park. Some people not happy with driving standards and unfortunately have bowed out of the championship. And to them I say, huzzah.
Possibly.
See how the Milwaukee Tool car can do. Looks like this is not going to be an improvement lap, but again, he's the only one on a legal one right now, so we'll stick with him. Let's see, what does our TV Cam 2 look like today? Yeah, I'll get a little bit behind the car. Comes around the corner and finishes that lap up. But number 212, 205, not bad. It's off to a really good start here. It's actually up 7/10 already. So apparently the lap he's got up there has a really bad run through Hell's Corner. And if he could just fix that, I mean, 7/10 would put him up. I mean, it wouldn't really do him any good. He'd still be 6th place, but it'd be a big deal if he could put this, bring this on home. The bronzes have been given the go-ahead. They're out on track. But we'll stick with JJ to the end of his lap.
When do we get up to the brass level driver?
This does beg the question where brass would fit. Would that be below or above bronze?
I don't know. It's lighter, probably more widely used, so it might be more popular. But does that mean that more people fit into that category and therefore should be lower tier?
That's a good question.
These are the philosophizations that have kept me out of the really good schools.
The deep thoughts that somehow didn't lead to a scholastically acceptable execution. Through the chase. He did lose a little bit of time down the mountain, but he is still up about 4/10. So he'll want to get this. He'll want to get this through. Someone was saving them. We're saving them up for a slick optimal lap, and time ran out. Now they don't have a qualifying lap. So good. I'm gonna assume game Buy Box Gamer. That's probably Nathan B. I'm imagining.
Game Block!
Ah, Idris Cahill's here today. Yeah!
Idris Elba?
We've been missing Idris Cahill for a little bit. He had a really, really, really good run at, I think it was Spa, and then he vanished on us. He was like, I've won, and now I'm done. I'm leaving on a high note. But he's back here for Bathurst.
Well done. And if he wins here today, he could take the whole championship, as long as everybody gets their points deleted.
You're not wrong. So again, the bronze championship, Dick Post leading with 78 points, 74 for Thomas Wong, 62 for Brian Mongron. That is the championship battle. Isaac Jordan on 59 is in 4th place. That it is 48 for Adrian Marood. Robert Volt on 40 is in 6th place. David Slater is signed out of the championship. He is 7th on 38. Nishant Jalan is on 33 in 8th place. Chris Stancer is 9th on 26 points. And Steve Tetley is 10th on 26 points. The interesting thing is Steve Tetley has a class win this season. He won at Watkins Glen. And otherwise, it's just been a rough time. Cahill, of course, was our winner at Suzuka. And we have seen Dick Post take back-to-backs at Spa and Laguna Seca. Donington went to Brian Mongron. And Robert Volt, your winner at Silverstone. Oh, Cahill's in the wall. Here is Brian Mongron. This is one of the cars we're looking at for the championship here, the number 77 Honda, in the Jensen Team Rocket RJN colors.
Rocket 88.
I got my 69th survey at work this week, Byron, and I think you'll enjoy this. Or last week, depending on, I guess, when the week officially starts. It was on Friday. There we go. Clarification. There's a former lead. So what? For the audience to get what's going on here, I'm what is called a tax lead. I advise tax experts on the problems that they cannot solve on their own. One of the tax experts is a guy who was a lead last season, but he took a select time position as expert, so he gets to work year round instead of just the tax season. His name's Adrian, and we're often confused for each other because we have similar sounding voices. And he's a big Venture Brothers fan. So I get on an LSR, lead support request, with him, and I open up with Adrian, good to see you, sir. The nozzle is calibrating and will be with you shortly. And we do the problem he's got, and it's nothing big, and we solve it. And he leaves. You get what are called surveys from the experts when they want to give you one. And his survey for me was, I would like to thank you for this fine service. Everyone's level of service has been recalibrated against this standard. So that was the highlight of my workday.
Will suffer the deadly sting of the monarch.
So we got Adrian Marood at the top of the pile right now. And he is improving his time, so go Adrian. Speaking of Adrians, it was not this Adrian. It was not the expert. Different Adrian.
Adrian! We did it! We got Bentleys on the wall. We ain't got no Bentleys racing here today. They will not end up in the wall.
Yeah, I don't see any Bentleys in the field today. No Bentleys. Haven't had really any Bentleys all season.
And you're all cursed.
So the Bentley is actually a right-hand drive car in this game. And a lot of people don't like it as basically as a result. Thomas Wong taking pole position. But that will be, I think, shortly lived, because Marood is coming down the line here. Probably going to beat it. Hobart Rallywell up ahead might also be on a good lap. I don't know. This is the problem when there's no time on the... I don't have a delta for Hobart. All I know is it's a legal lap. Fifth quickest. Marood back to pole. And Brian Mongron is up about 1.4 seconds on his prior time. Moves into third fastest. Big gap, though. Marood is definitely... Is Adrian Marood, have you been holding out on us and you've actually got like a super, like, secret weapon where you're really good at Bathurst? Do tell. Do tell us. What is your secret?
Kangaroo hide.
We will construct a Bathurst related melody for you to the tune of Wonder Boy.
What is the secret of your racing?
Hobart Rallywell on a good lap right now. Couple of good laps going on. Thomas Wong's got a good one going on right now. The Golf Oil car. Brian Mongron's got a solid one. Improvements for Isaac Jordan. Dick Post as well. Furthest along in their lap is Thomas, so we'll pick up with him here as he makes his way through the chase. Not a threat for pole unless he can make up a lot of ground through Murray Corner here, which seems just unlikely. It's not a turn people get wrong enough to like generally make up a bucket load of ground. And the next one coming is Isaac Jordan. Also slight improvement. Might be able to drop Montgrand for third place here. Coming across the line, and he does do it. Gets the job done. Here comes Rallywell. This will not improve his position, but it is a new personal best for... Oh, never mind. He did actually overtake Dick Post. I didn't think he would. Next up is Mongron. Mongron's got a shot at pole here, but comes up a little bit short. 0.037 off of pole position. And here comes Dick Post, who's got a shot at pole position. And he's got it.
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those. You want to be way up front or way in the back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, being in the mid-pack here is not a good place to be.
I'm your private stancer for money. Something, something, other lyrics too. Hold me closer, Chris Stancer.
I mean, if we're really going to make a parody song at some point, I suggest Corporal Clegg by Pink Floyd.
Could be.
Corporal Clegg. Stancer going 7th quickest. I'll tell you who's seemingly taking your advice there, Byron. Steve Tetley's just like, I'm just going to sit in the pit. I'm not going out there. It's scary. It's scary.
Either do your best or just take a break, have some French fries and a corn dog. Perhaps a delightful cup of tea. As I am enjoying myself.
Isaac Jordan's got a good lap going on here. He's about 7/10 up. Unfortunately, would still leave him 5th quickest, but it would definitely put him more in that battle for the lead as opposed to where he is right now, which is kind of competing with Hobart Rallywell. And we will be deploying the silver shortly. Or they are actually on track right now, warming up. And Jordan does bring it across the line in 5th place. Who do we still have out there trying to post a legal lap? So Baroud. Right now, he's got the pace to take Dick Post's pole position. Who just lost it to Brian Mongron. He still also can take it from Mongron, though. Baroud coming across the line. 1st place. Pole position. Thank you very much. Doing the thing.
Doing the thing downtown.
Oh, who's that purple car? I don't recognize that car. It is a McLaren. Ah, it is our boy Thomas Boris is back. With the Cheetos as hot car.
Cha-cha, Boris the
Welcome
Spider.
back, Thomas. Thomas has long been trying to put together a full-time ride in this series. No idea who's got a good lap going right now. This is, the problem where there's no delta. I think James Wheels is bad. He's going very slow.
What about Epsilon?
Epsilon Yuskevich?
Well, you talk about Delta. Like, there are other things out there. There are better things than Deltas.
Well, delta is the symbol for differential in time, sir. So,
boo! Time is just a construct. Time is only a societal construct. It's not real.
We're doing the social contract there.
Just ask my province. We've decided to outlaw part of time. Apparently, we're not doing the daylight savings thing anymore after this.
Interesting.
Yeah, we sprung ahead and we're never going back now. Which I'm fine with. Actually, there's a district in the north east, the very northeast corner of the province. They've been just on one time zone for a long time. They just refuse to change.
Screw you.
Pretty much. So we're changing. Jeff and I were talking about this the other day. And it's going to be really weird when, fall shows up and he's now an hour behind. And only I get to stay on real time.
You get to talk to him from the future.
Yeah. Well, you won't believe what happens in an hour from now. And we were also talking like it'd be really weird if, say, so BC's on one time zone and then Washington State decides that they want to follow suit, but they choose a different, like the other hour.
Oh, that'd be intriguing.
That would be so. It would be like
You
permanently.
and Jeff would never experience the same time again.
It would be hilarious. And then to extrapolate, what if Oregon follows suit after that, but they choose the same hour as BC, and then it just kind of like it checkerboards up and down the coast.
Completely ruining time zones for everybody.
Because you have to change you drive north or south, you have to change your watch.
Matt Gale setting the pace for the Silvers in 6th place. That'll get quicker. See,
We have another
5th place.
another insufficient lap. Didn't know about tire pressure apparently in the greasy conditions.
Yeah, yep. The changing conditions is definitely a journey. Oh, I don't think I gave them the full rundown on the Silver Championship. My apologies, Silver guys. Tristan Akaloan, champion, 108 points, 72 for L. Perry, 65 for James Wheel. Mar Bex is on 60, 47 for Sean Young, 46 each for Richard Oakes and Sven Van de Velde. Matt Gale on 24 points, then it is Ron Morley on 23. And rounding off the top 10, Bearded X Badass on 18, and Max Cruz on 15.
A grail?
We have seen Akaloan take 4 wins in 6 races this season, been on the podium for every single one of them. The exceptions were El Perry's victory at Laguna Seca and James Wheel's victory at Suzuka. Matt Gale's got a pretty good based on his prior lap, a pretty good lap going on here. 0.8 up. Should get him up into the top 10. Just a little short of the top 5, probably around 7th place is my guess.
One Quadlu.
Gale's had a really rough season. Like, we're used to seeing Matt Gale as a top running guy, but outside of 4th place at Donington Park last time out, it's been rough. He's not been on the podium, which I've never seen before. Prior to Donington Park, his best result was a 7th at Silverstone. It's been a season to forget as he goes 5th quickest. Comes James Wheel. She'll hop on with Akaloan first, as he's about to take pole position with this lap.
James Wheel on the track goes round and round, round and
assuming
round.
he can
round and
keep it clean. He does have very much the Knight Rider car going on here. I need someone to do a Dota-inspired Bloodseeker car. That would give me all the chuckles.
I do not understand the reference.
So Dota is a video game, as you know.
What?
But the deal with Bloodseeker is that all of his abilities are like designed to make him go faster and faster when he senses blood coming from the enemies.
No.
So we whenever I pick him for our Dota games. It'll either be me or it'll be Devoid or it'll be Airborne playing him, and I'll be like, so if it's me, I'll be like, I guess I'm gonna have to carry you guys to victory. But what you don't understand is I'm fast as fuck, boy. He also has an ability called Rupture, which is if you're moving, you take damage if you're ruptured. And he also has a secondary ability. One of his facets allows him to move you with his auto attacks if you're ruptured. So you can force the guy to take damage. Be like, no, you will move. I see you understand how my ability works. You're trying to not move. It's too bad. It's gonna happen.
To move it. Mago, why does it say the track is green? It's clearly black.
A green track is referencing to the grip level of conditions. So for those who do not know at home, we have soaked at the very bottom. That's when it's like flooded. Then you have wet.
Yes.
Then you have greasy. Or then you have damp. Then you have greasy. Then you have green. And the next stage up is going to be optimal.
What kind of green we talk about?
I don't think there's ever really been a particular attachment to a particular shade of green on this matter.
Super green. Real coffee ice break. I think you got like some weird, like somebody in marketing was asleep, I think, one day. If that is indeed a coffee company, why would you call it ice break? Are you marketing it like, is this specifically a date coffee? Like, are you out on a date and you just want to,
Could be.
break the ice?
Got the Audi Sport logos here. Oh,
Whoa!
Marbec's a little bit of a little touch of the wall. Didn't look too bad, but he'll RTB. As we catch Sean Young clenching his butt cheeks and hoping for the best. As he takes the Ferrari 296 down the hill. Sean looking good here in third place. It's been a weird season for Sean where he's probably driven his absolute best, but his attendance has been a little shaky. And as a result, it's kind of it's left some points on the table, which we're not used to seeing from Sean, because normally, to be honest, when I joined up and started doing commentary, Sean was kind of the opposite, where he wasn't a very fast driver, wasn't necessarily the most talented guy in the field, but he was going to get every drop that was available. So this season's been very different. He went and got good, and he forgot to do the hard work, taking second place there.
So
Sven Van de Velde.
Hard work and talent things.
Mm-hmm.
When talent doesn't work hard, then hard work beats talent. Specifically, you get beaten by Tristan the Octopus.
Mm-hmm. Well, Akaloan's got talent. I don't think that's that. I'm not here to say Tristan doesn't work hard, because I'm sure he does. But from the interviews we've had with Tristan about how fast he's advancing and becoming better, that's natural talent. There's hard work helping that out and making the most out of it. But dude is just he's born with the right stuff. The right skills flow through his veins. Sven Van de Velde heading through Murray Corner for the final time here in qualifying. Should pop up a couple spots here. Third quickest. And also Thomas Boris has got a solid one going. Go Cheeto car! Actually got a really good lap here. This could be front row. Really wouldn't expect it from a guy who's in 8th place at the moment, but this could do it. And it does. Thomas Boris will start on the front row in the McLaren 720S Evo.
Cha-cha.
And destroy a bunch of styrofoam boards in the process. And drift off the track. Well, we'll see how the this could all be for naught, because
So watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake earlier.
all that work in the dry, only to get a wet track for the race.
Yeehaw. That seems like a bit of a bait and switch, and I'm here for
A little
it.
bit. I'm here for it. Fine with this.
An hour and a half? I don't think it's going to last that long, my guy. I think everybody's going to crash out in about 20
Penalties
minutes.
are populating. We've got penalties for Akaloan, Mongron, and Perry. That's all performance penalties. They were the top guns last race. Wet weather, Bathurst. Oh boy. Going to be a rough one. Once we get rolling, we'll do our usual walk of the grid. Talk about our grid order here. 29 cars taken to the track here today. 3 of whom did not get a lap time in qualifying, that being Steve Tetley, Nishant Jalan, and Nathan B. I would say of those, Tetley was intentional. We saw him just sitting in the pit lane being like, no thanks. Mind you, there's a more nefarious option there. It could be that he was qualifying bad for rude behavior. I'm just enjoying the PA guy. That is a hell of a driver lineup, having Jamie Whincup, Craig Loudon, and Tony Villander in your car. That you've done something right at that point.
It's called paying them a lot of money.
Oh, Wiley says he's only here to apply the pens. Why? Why, Steve? Why are you not racing today? Get brave, Steve. Get brave! I hear the engines powering up. They're ready to take off on the formation lap here. Here we go.
Oh.
Where's the green? There's the green. On pole position is the number 33 Van Nel Mustang of Tristan Akaloan, our silver champion this season. Looking forward to seeing him out there doing good and, rocking all the things. Joining him on the front row, a bit of a surprising front row start for Thomas Boris, the number 10 McLaren 720S Evo. This is for the Cheetos Hot Team. In third place, it is the Cyber Racing Ferrari of Sean Young. The number 23 car starting in third place and going through the competition. Joining him on front row is one of Akaloan's teammates, the all-conquering Van Nel Racing Team, which is looking to take home 2 trophies here today, if Dick Post can win the bronze championship. But the Van Nel Honda will start in 4th position. Following him, it is the top bronze qualifier, Adrian Marood, for Nubs Racing Division in the 416 Ferrari. Joining him on row 3 is Team Track Tools, James Wheel, in the number 242 Mustang. On inside row 4, it is Richard Oakes, who I didn't even notice. The Rust Bucket is here today, the number 20 car. And joining him on that row is championship hopeful Brian Mongron, driving the number 77 Jensen Rocket Honda. In 9th place, it is Marv Becks in the only Aston Martin in the field, the 713. Joining him on that row, it's the unique row, the 988 Nissan of El Perry. Those are the only Aston Martin and Nissan, respectively, in today's field. Dick Post will start from 11th in the 188 Van Nel Porsche. Joining him on that row is another Porsche, the 508 of Cyber Racing's Matt Gale. Row 7, Thomas Wong. He is the third hopeful in that championship battle for the Garage 59 crew, the 219 McLaren. Joining him is the Mercedes of Isaac Jordan for Ram Racing, the 404. Hobart Rallywell will start from P15 in the Emile Frey 445 Ferrari. And joining him on that 8th row will be Chris Stancer in the number 8 Ferrari for Ziggo Sport Tempesta. Pat Fortune is the pole sitter in the iron category and its champion. The Stunt Possum Lamborghinis have locked out row 9 because D. Hines is right behind him. Then it is Konami Dyke in the Van Nel McLaren, starting from 19th place ahead of BMW Stunt Possum Idris Cahill. Row 11, Jos van de Velde in the Van Nel Ferrari, followed by Lucio Condi in the Converse Racing Honda. Then it is JJ Zimmerman for Team Track Tool in the Lamborghini. Joining him on that row is Stipo in the SKR Ferrari. Hugo Grippen will start from 25th place for the BMW crew, the number 38th Grippen Squadron. And joining him on that row is Roy Cunningham O'Lear for Com Enterprises, the 55 BMW. And the back row will be made up of Nishant Jalan, who has come to a stop on track for Los Patos Hermanos, and Nathan B. in the SK Telecom 626 Porsche. Looks like Jalan is going to start from the pit lane.
Nonchalantly.
And Hellcam it is. Can Akaloan make it 5 wins in 7 races? We'll see today. He's been one of the most dominant people we've seen in this series. This Van Nel team has come to shock the world. Tristan Akaloan, Dyke, the Van de Veldes, Dick Post. It's a solid team. Shout out to Ricky Bacalar up in the server 1 for the Van Nel boys. Waiting for the green flag to drop. And it's off! We're headed down to Hell Corner for the first time in anger. Akaloan on the inside. He'll retain the lead against Boris. Little bump. Nothing too bad. Not seeing any horrendous yellow flags yet. But they will come. We head up the hill with Akaloan still leading. Second place for Boris, but he's going side by side with Sven van de Velde, who has already cleared Sean Young. And Van de Velde is going to get the job done. Boris loses out. It's a Van Nel 1-2. Akaloan leading from Van de Velde. Boris is now in third, followed by... That is Sean Young in fourth. Fifth place is a battle between Marood and James Wheel. They're going side by side. The Ferrari hanging on for now. Richard Oakes in the mix, as well as Brian Mongron in the Jensen Rocket Honda. And Matt Gales had a phenomenal start. He's up to 9th place. Wheel will get 5th place. Hits the wall. But he's still going. Looks like he's okay. We got a yellow flag out for JJ Zimmerman and company. Let's see what happened. Looks like it got tight. Zimmerman getting a little touch there with Lucio Condi. Also Konami Dyke perhaps in the mix there as well. Ah, there it is.
Oh boy.
Zimmerman gets up into Condi and puts him in the wall. Washed him out. Yellow flags out for Roy Cunningham O'Lear and D. Hines. And it looks like one of the Van Nels, that is Jos van de Velde, getting caught up in it at Skyline. So Akaloan leads the way as he hits the Con Road straight. Sven van de Velde in second place, followed by Boris, followed by Young. Then it is Wheel. Rounding off the top 10, we got Marood, Oakes, Mongron, Gale, and Perry. Yellow flag out for Sven van de Velde. What happened there? Second place car is Sven van de Velde. No one really around him. What happened here?
Drugs.
Oh, he just loses it getting to the chase.
Whoa.
Takes a run across the track, loses out to Boris. Sean Young's actually up a spot. Boris wheels through. Konami Dyke is off. Nathan B is off. It's carnage out there, people. Cats and dogs living together.
Glorious. was watching a Trackmania video the other day and got down to the finals of this elimination thing, and guy had just
Rust Bucket going for the move.
This guy just hit a weird part of the track and it sent him like it didn't even send him flying or anything, but it disrupted his timing so much that he just couldn't win. He was 2 seconds behind and that was it. It was definitely a game breaking bug.
That do be happen.
Apparently there's this one weird bug where if two pieces of track meet, sometimes there's just like an invisible little bump that doesn't go away.
Heading down the hill once again. It's a tight pack. I mean, Owen's gotten a 6-second lead out in front, but other than that, it's pretty tight. Kyalami Dyke, by the way, is in the pit lane. So we have our first pit stopper.
Maybe he's got the Konami code.
And he is rejoining from the pits. Looks okay. Brief yellow flag out for Roy Cunningham O'Lair. Looks like he maybe brushed up against the wall at Forest Elbow. Dick Post and Mar Bex going head-to-head. Would have been nice to see if Bex had been left in the bronze category to see if he could have held on for the championship, but promotions do come mid-season. And his promotion to silver was well earned. Battling with Dick Post, Isaac Jordan in the mix. Sven van de Velde trying to get back towards the front as well. And at the back of the pack there, it is one of the stunt possums. I believe that is Pat Fortune. And then the stunt possum BMW of Idris Cahill. A car to look out for is that number 20 Rust Bucket of Richard Oakes. We've seen him do some amazing things in the wet before. And he's up into 5th place. Porsche's always been an underrated wet weather car in general. Mostly because it's trying to murder you even in the dry, so you're used to it trying to murder you in the wet.
Germany, a well-known border-to-border rainforest.
I do have to say that due to the timing change, we will be having basically no post-race interviews, unfortunately. Really bad time. Oh, Mongron in the wall. El Perry gets through, but Mongron looks like he came off of that okay. Continues on his way in 2nd in the bronze category, 9th overall. But yeah, I got to get back to work basically right after we finish this race up, so the combination of us starting an hour later and also the 30 minutes of extra race time, I'm afraid, has ruined the post-race interview period.
Correct.
Yo,
Michael, it's true that you're being...
Stipa, what happened to the Ferrari? Going down the hill and just gets into the wall. Pinballs down a little bit. Does a good job of not interfering with anybody else's race, though. Locks up the brakes and gets going again. Akaloan running away from this thing at the front. Just saying, I am Dutch and therefore I win. Meantime, James Wheel picking up 2nd place over Sean Young. Adrian Marood still in the mix as well. Richard Oakes has picked up a spot over Looks like Boris maybe got past him, and then he got back past him. Still in 5th place. The Cheetos' hot McLaren continue to run well, though. Has to say, a disappointing start. Started 2nd place and down to 6th, but 6th place on the mountain is still an achievement. Running currently with a lot of the veteran leaders of this Server 2 field. Richard Oakes, Matt Gale, L. Perry in the mix there in the Stealth Bomber. And we got a yellow flag out for Pat Fortune, the Iron Championship leader. And Isaac Jordan. What happened? What happened to the Ram car?
Downhill got him.
Yeah, just kind of loses the back end.
Maggle, is it true that you're being elevated to Minister of Finance next week?
Oh, Adrian Maroon picking up a spot. No. I would not want the job of Minister of Finance in the Canadian government. No one understands how the economy works. That's what I've learned.
It works on friendship.
If only.
The power of friendship. And this guy
Thomas Boris bumping with Matt Gale over 6th place. Gale's got the spot. Perry, Mongrand's in the background. Then it's Post and Van de Velde for Van Nel. Bex is on the back end of this. Fortune still keeping up. Cahill as well. Boris trying to get back past. Looks like Boris has got some ping gremlins. That is the most unnerving thing you could be if you're L. Perry right now in the Stealth Bomber, is you have a car that may or may not exist in front of you. We'll dub this as Schrodinger's Boris. Is he there or is he not there? We don't know until we hit him.
He's got one of those invisible touches.
He's got an invisible touch. You know what? I never actually heard that song by Genesis until I picked up their Best Of album.
Oh, really?
Which is weird because I'm pretty big Genesis fan.
That is odd. I watched a Brain not doing the Phil Collins career retrospective video a couple days ago. Like, there's a whole bunch of songs I totally forgot he did, and also there's a whole bunch of, like, he's got like 4 or 5 #1 hits that weren't even on his albums. It's like, oh boy.
Two Stunt Possums kind of getting into it as Sven Van de Velde at an awkward spot on the track trying to rejoin.
Starting listening to Sitting Sideways. But yeah, he had like a couple collaboration songs that he did with a few other people, and there's a couple things he put on soundtracks. Like Take a Look at Me Now. Yep. Apparently is I didn't know it was only on like a soundtrack.
Oh.
It was never on an album. And
oh boy. L. Perry!
Whoa.
Nissan tried to save it, but it didn't work. Through goes Mongrand, through goes Post, through goes Bex. And side-by-side action between Boris and Mongrand as they approach the uphill section. And Mongrand makes the overtake stick. The age-old rivalry / alliance of McLaren and Honda getting into it once again.
Good old Fonda with a motor in the back of her Honda.
There's a character in the Battletech universe named Rhonda Snord that I think you'd enjoy. She's the creator.
I enjoy the name.
She's the creator of the heavy metal Highlander assault mech. Nice. She was the one that came up with the idea of the war horn. She mounted speakers onto her mech that play heavy metal as she's passing through the battlefield. Runs a company called Snord's Irregulars. There's actually a clan covert mission to find Lost Tech in the Inner Sphere. Marut going for second place here. Adrian Marut is determined to make a name for himself here today. He is channeling his inner Gambit as played by Channing Tatum right now.
Michelle.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Very enjoyable.
If you have not seen Deadpool 3, treat yourselves, people.
It is pretty fantastic.
It's good. It's really good.
If for no other reason than you get to see the cavalry.
I mean, I was going to go for no other reason Blade. But
True, also that, yes.
I don't like you. You never did. El Perry heading into the pit lane. Didn't look like he had a lot of damage from that contact earlier, but might also not have like the greatest tire pressures at the moment. Thomas Wong also in. Also, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm instead of Captain America was great. It was fantastic. Say the words. Flame on! What? Richard Oakes continues to run in 5th place. Gale on his tail. Mongron on his tail. 5th, 6th, and 7th in very close proximity. James Wheel is still battling with Marut up ahead. And there's a good battle going on between the Stunt Possums. Probably fairly tame. I imagine the Stunt Possums are under orders not to tango today in close proximity. But Cahill and Fortune are battling. And speaking of Stunt Possums, D. Hines is all over the back end of Chris Stancer. With Roy Cunningham O'Lear right behind them. RCO.
Hold me closer, tiny Stancer. Or we could go with some David Bowie with some let's stance.
Could also, in the David Bowie mold, go with some Major Tom by Peter Schilling.
Could do that.
Send me up a drink, says Major Tom.
Blood on the stance floor.
That works too. But of course, if we're going with the terrible skater punk rock, I Just Want to Live is the reference to this entire track.
This is true.
Ryan Mongron going side by side with Matt Gale. I think Gale's got the positioning this time, though. Oh, and Richard Oakes just gets collected. Let's get that on. Let's get that on replay real quick. Richard will demand satisfaction for this one thing. He ended up being kind of an innocent bystander here. Boop.
Oh, was there contact?
Yeah, Matt Gale got him in the back.
Perfect pit maneuver. Well done, Matt Gale. You get
And,
2 extra points for that.
On the bright side, Richard, Gale did lose a spot to Brian Mongron because of that contact. So, you know, there was a little bit of cosmic justice. Although that cosmic justice was more the heavy metal variety. Thinking more heavy metal, the later movie, Heavy Metal 2000, as opposed to the original, but... Still there. D. Hines is somehow lost out to Roy Cunningham O'Lear. I'm not sure how. He's gone from fighting with Stancer to fighting with RCO. And Isaac Jordan is off the track somewhere. Camera's trying to find him. There he is. It's a good place to go off, admittedly. There's a lot of runoff there.
You gotta put on your chains. It's mandatory.
Steepo on the tail of J.J. Zimmerman. And in behind them is one of the Van Nel cars. Oop, Zimmerman gets a little shape. Steepo says thank you.
Dunk.
Probably that's Kyalami Dyke, I would imagine. Yeah, it's Dyke trying to make his way through after falling down a lap.
Lieutenant Dyke.
Oh, and Jos van der Velde. It's actually both the Van Nels.
Vender Veldenel.
Oh, Maroon in the wall. What has happened to our second place car?
Went in the wall.
But did somebody put him there, or it looks like he's going to take himself out?
I was gonna say, this looks very self-inflicted.
Yep. Promotes James Wheel to second place. Haven't said much about Nathan B today. Didn't get a qualifying lap in, but he's having a good day. He's up to 13th place. And ranked second in the bronze, or the iron field. He's on the tail of bronze driver Idris Cahill. Steepo in the pits. Pick up Marbex as he's trying to catch up with Thomas Boris. Looks like Boris's pace in the dry is just not coming out here in the wet. Started in P2 because of the dry track and qualifying. But that McLaren has been doing a lot of going backwards so far in the race.
Deploy the kangaroos.
Got Marbex and Dick Post on his tail. Oh, yellow flag out for Matt Gale. What happened to Matt? Wasn't anyone near him. Byron, I think we're going to see something self-inflicted.
Oh boy.
Yep. Put a wheel in the grass.
Somebody grabbed a steering wheel. I saw it.
Car looks okay, but showing some front-end damage. Rejoins behind Sven van de Velde, but ahead of Hobart Rallywell. Marud has caught and passed James Wheel again. Let's get a replay of that. Looks like it was more than 15 seconds ago. My apologies. Looks like Wheel probably got something wrong around the cutting, and it allowed the Ferrari to catch him. Ford v Ferrari, Byron.
That sounds like a good idea for a movie film.
In fact, actually, look at the brands at the top, at the top of the timeshare. It's Ford Ferrari, Ford Ferrari. We do be living the Ford v Ferrari lifestyle right now. I still say the only thing I kind of wish that movie had, and it didn't have, was that we never really got to know Ken Miles' co-drivers, like, at all.
I thought you were going to say gunfight.
Well, that would also be cool, but that would not be historically accurate. It just felt weird that, like, because the guys who Ken Miles was driving with in that 1967 Le Mans, like, were big names in their own right. Just, you know, it felt a little bit weird that we didn't even really get, like, a scene where they, like, even had a driver's meeting or something. But I suppose that would have potentially made it less Ken Miles' story, which, of course, was, you know, if there's a main character to that movie, it is Mr. Ken Miles. Because he had sadly passed away.
Correct. as portrayed in the historical documentation.
By Christian Bale.
Correct.
Apparently that movie got a lot of hate from the family of Leo Beebe, which I suppose makes sense.
Who's he?
He's kind of the villain of the piece. He's the guy that's basically telling Ken Miles, like, we shouldn't have Ken Miles in the car, sort of thing.
Oh, is it
that guy.
John Barathol's?
No, that's Lee Iacocca.
Right.
The other guy who's sort of competing with Iacocca for control of the
blonde dude whose name I can never remember.
Yeah. I know the actor. I know the actor who plays him, but I'm like blanking on the name right now.
Yeah, every time I see him in something, I'm like, it's that guy. He's really good. And then I don't know who he is.
It's one of those classic things where apparently the Leo Beebe of the movie is kind of like is not really Leo Beebe. It's like all the people who tried to interfere with the program, like built into one character, basically. His children have been like, we're not saying that none of this happened. We're just saying Leo Beebe didn't do it.
Yeah.
So Stancer still at the front of this like lovely little pack here, which has changed a couple of times since we were talking. But D Hines in this mix as well as RCO and Nishant Jalan. Running very close together. And up front, Dick Post and Thomas Boris going side by side. Marv Beck's getting a nice front row seat.
Marvin the Martian.
As it stands, Post's third place would be enough to wrap up the bronze title, but we have over an hour of action to go, so not really a lot of point of speculating on that. I'll probably really hone in on that battle when we have served the pit stops and we've kind of sorted things out. So probably the last 30 minutes or so will be all about the Bronze Boys, as Dick Post loses a spot there to Marv Becks. Aston Martin with a snappy little move there. D Hines all over the back of Mr. Chris Stancer. Can he get him on the upswing of the hill?
Maybe. Ooh, very nice.
Yep. Overcooked the turn a little bit, opened the door for Stancer to come back at him, but able to hang on. RCO in the BMW and Jalan in the McLaren. This is a Lamborghini v Ferrari v BMW v McLaren fight. And D Hines starts to motor off into the distance a little bit. Hugo Grippin's in the pits for, I believe, the first of his pit stops. Those keeping track at home of who is the top pit stop runner right now, it is Richard Oakes in 21st place.
That means he's in good shape when everybody else goes in the wall. Just like that guy back there.
A little bit. That was Deshaun Jalan.
Punk.
Mongron looking to make a move here on Sean Young for 4th place. He's got the position, and he'll get through. Young could have made that a little harder, but elects to think long term.
Oh, we got David Slater in chat.
Slater!
He's saying nice things about us, which, I mean, it's kind of you to say. We appreciate it, and also I think you might be slightly deaf, but might need to get that checked out.
I don't know, Slater. I feel like I'm going to bully you into coming back. You had some bad luck, sir, but it happens to us all.
Bully, 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 bully.
Keep the
See,
stiff up.
so if
stiff
David-
upper lip.
If David Slater doesn't come back and race, how am I going to make above ground pool jokes?
I know you're ruining our whole bit.
How are you going to support all them kids?
We had a whole thing literally around just you.
How are you going to get that above ground pool for your kids if you're not out there doing semi-pro fishtailing, much like Cheeto Guy?
Thomas Boris. That car is driving Thomas Boris right now. It's really not the former. Barb Beck's going to make the move here through Forest Elbow.
We got the Flamin' Hot Cheetos car. Can we get like the old Dutch jalapeno cheddar car? That'd be.
Oh, Boris is hanging on around the outside. He's making this hard.
Go, baby, go.
He's saying, okay, you want to go side by side into the chase? We can do that, son. And in the background, Dick Post is just like summoning all of the dark energy right now to make them kill each other. And it is going to be Bex who gets the job done, but that was close. Couple cars in the pits. RCO, Jalon, Lucio Condi, all hitting the pit lane. Thomas Boris started this race in second place. He's been going backwards, but it's been an entertaining time. Plus, I mean, there's so many other jokes with Mr. Slater. He's got kids, the above ground pool. I really loved his bit with Arn Anderson when he started kind of doing the "I got kids" gimmick. It's like Arn Anderson going, "Well, I am retired. Yes, but you were a legend. It's true. I am a bit of a tag team specialist legend." Oh, so you'll do it? I asked some other people. They didn't want to do it. Wait. I wasn't your first pick? Big mistake.
Wow, we're getting to him. David Slater's now sad. We will continue to bully and guilt trip.
Indeed.
He
was like one of two drivers. We had a whole comedy bit like based around.
We are cumulatively effectively become a mother and just like guilt.
we channel the guilt trip of an Italian mother.
Yep. Oh, you don't come around anymore. You don't like.
An Italian mother that you have just told you don't like her pasta.
The ragu, I spent 2 days.
Nathan B. and Matt Gale looks like they got into something. What happened here? Alright, so Nathan B. loses it. Where does Matt Gale? There he is. Okay, no, he didn't really get involved. He just had to slow down. Race leader Tristan Arcaloan as well as Brian Mongron into the pit lane. Chris Stancer as well. And that hands the lead over to the other Mustang of James Wheel. Team Track Tool in the lead. Although very temporary. Arcaloan was kind of running away with it before the pit stops. This is really Wheel on a mission for second place. He's on a mission from God.
Excellent. I also hate Illinois Nazis.
There are two Hasidic Jew-looking guys out there. One wants toasted white bread, and the other wants 4 deep-fried chickens.
And a Coke.
And a Coke.
Elwood.
Jake.
I haven't watched those movies in a while. Probably should.
Phenomenal.
Second one's got one of my favorite covers of all time, which is "Season of the Witch," as done by Dr. John, which was originally a song by Donovan, which sounds a lot different.
Tristan Arcaloan has rejoined the festivities in 9th place, the effective leader of this race. And a yellow flag out for Hobart Rallywell. Looks like he may have just gotten into the wall a little bit. It's a lapped Steepo that he is air quotes, battling. But Stipo is back in 24th place. Rallywell's in a pretty solid 13th, actually, given that he has done his first pit stop. Looks like something horrible happened to El Perry.
His tires have turned into soup.
Where's Lucio Condi? There he is. Looks like he might have just run wide at McPhillamy Park. Alright, so our top pit stopper has gone from Richard Oakes to Tristan Akaloan, but has also allowed Brian Mongrand to come out ahead of Oakes. It's Slater time! Just remembering Heath Slater jobbing out to all the legends. Vader, Rikishi, lead in the APA. Psycho Sid.
Girl Sid. Crazy bastard.
My name is Heath Slater, and I rule the world. Did someone summon Psycho Sid?
You know Sid was massive into softball?
Yes, I've heard this.
What a crazy... Like, dude would literally not show up to matches because he wanted to go play softball. Or he'd do something stupid, get suspended for like 3 months so he can go play softball.
It's amazing. It's one of the weirder passions I've heard of from pro wrestling lore, that's for sure. Pat Fortune comes out ahead of these guys. That's unexpected. So Fortune up into 9th place. He's having a real good race. Man is already champion, and he's just like, no, I need to add to my legacy. I am in the process of trying to bully Doug into letting us do a Cage of Death against the Blackout.
Shotgun weed whacker.
And if I really get lucky, I'll get him to do Fans Bring the Weapons.
Oh boy. So we show up with a nail gun.
Weirdest weapon I think I've seen in the Fans Bring the Weapons match is still the Guitar Hero guitar.
Somebody show up with a Donkey Kong bongo controller.
That would be awesome. That needs to happen. Jos Van de Velde trying to run down JJ Zimmerman here.
The entire Steel Battalion console.
Pardon me, Sven Van de Velde. Sven is having a rough time out here today. Not sure what happened to him. We saw him lose 2nd place when he hit the wall. Kind of his own volition. But something else has happened because he's fallen way back in the pecking order. No disrespect intended to JJ Zimmerman here, but when you're chasing JJ Zimmerman and you're Sven Van de Velde, things have gone wrong.
Correct.
There's Thomas Wong shortcutting the chicane.
Chicane of fools.
Jos Van de Velde triggered a yellow flag. Wasn't much. Looks like he just went off the track. Not many battles going on right this second. It's really just this somewhat inconsequential battle between Zimmerman and Van de Velde. And then Brian Mongrand just got past Pat Fortune, but I don't think Fortune's too interested in trying to fight back on that. And Van de Velde is through. Yellow flag out for Jawan. He looks okay. Richard Oakes on the tail of Pat Fortune now. And Adrian Marood is in the pit lane.
Time for a Marood awakening. think Adrian has a brother or a cousin named Rick.
Rick Marood. I don't know why this name makes me laugh, but I was looking through the sim scouting reports before starting work today, and here's a name. Oh, that was not nice, Pat. Pat Fortune almost murdering Richard Oakes.
Could be
Came
worse.
over on him in the wet there. That is not so nice.
Almost doesn't count.
It's true. This is not hand grenades. But anyways, Aloysius Hooker. It's a man who sounds like he was destined to be a pimp.
Hell yeah. Chocolate giddy up.
Marood comes out behind. Marood with a rough pit stop. Interesting. I didn't expect him to come out this far back. See how you can do. Top 10, although these are mixed up because of the pit stops. We got James Wheel leading the way from Sean Young. Marv Beck's in third place. Matt Gale in fourth. None of them have pitted. Akaloan's pitted once. He's in fifth. Isaac Jordan is yet to pit. He's up to sixth place. Von Braun in seventh. He's pitted once. Then it is Richard Oakes, Pat Fortune, and Adrian Marood. Say Jordan for sure will drop out of the top 10. Don't quite know about the top 4. They should probably all still filter into the top 10 some way. However, with how far back Marood pitted, I would say that maybe Gale and Bex are actually in legitimate danger of slipping out of the top 10. Steepo having some problems on the hill.
As long as they're not in danger of slipping over the wall.
That's true. Speaking of Matt Gale, he is under pressure from Akaloan. I would get in the pits if I were him. He does have a damaged front end. And, not that it's like a horrendous, you must pit to fix that. But you got 2 pit stops to go. We're at about that point where almost everyone in the field has pitted at least once. There's 5 cars that doesn't apply to. And you do carry the damage. You might as well get in. So, not sure what the logic is for him being out there still.
Somebody say Darren Elkins.
The damage. D. Hines has got a yellow flag out. What's the deal? It looks like he just went off at McPhillamy. It's not too much of a problem. Akaloan versus Gale continues to be a battle. This could cost Akaloan in the long run. Though I kind of doubt it. I'm looking at his gap to first place, and he's well within a pit stop. If Wheel were to pit now, he'd be looking at a... Well, maybe not. Apparently the pit stop is not terribly... yeah, minute 14. Yeah, it's too long. Speaking of which, the leader is in, and Sean Young will get to lead a couple of laps. Depending on how long he decides to stay out there. Putting a lap in, Oh, Slater says, I can't get my head back to the race. Pardon me, it's Thomas Wong. Thomas Wong is out. No, Thomas! Thomas, I command you.
Indeed.
Get out there. Get your head in the game. And we got a Van Nel team cheering section. They are doing quite well today. Except for, well, the Van de Veldes are not doing great. But Dick Post's having a good day. Tristan Akaloan's having a good day. Kyalami Dyke's having a good day. Both the Van de Veldes are in a little bit of rough shape. Thomas, I command you to get back out there and do your thing. You have a championship to compete for. It's probably not going to happen, but you can get a good result here today. You're doing well. And this is only a positive, like, for your overall, like, information set going forward. This is valuable data, how to handle the changing conditions of this race. By the way, speaking of the conditions, we do have a let-up of the rain coming in 5 minutes and in 15 minutes, respectively. It's not going to stop raining. However, it is still going to improve. And we also have a stop-go penalty for James Wheel. I imagine that'll be for speeding in the pit lane.
Quick, everybody turn this into a giant drift championship.
Out of curiosity, how fast was Wheel's pit time? 15 seconds faster than Akaloan's. Mongron up on the tail of Isaac Jordan. Jordan is one of the ones I'm surprised is still out there, having not pitted. The car looks fine, so actually it's a perfectly valid strategy. I'm just, well, everyone's dangerous out there, Thomas. I mean this. Everybody is dangerous out there. It's kind of the point. It's Bathurst. It's changing conditions. Trust me, no one came into this race thinking this was going to be a safe experience. Down the inside of the chase. It was a brave move, Brian. But I don't think that was ever really on. Rejoins the race behind Adrian Marood in 10th place. And Akaloan has still not found a way past Matt Gale. Matt Gale doing everybody who was chasing Akaloan a massive favor by just fighting him as long as he has. Teammate Sean Young is one of those people, so not surprising. That could be why Gale is honestly still out there. He could have been really wanted to pit a while ago, but he's out there trying to help Sean Young out by just holding up the two Mustangs. Good Lord, look at how much side lateral shift there is in that Mustang through that corner. Oh boy. Thomas. The fact that you feel the need to justify yourself to the commentary team is a sign that you should get your ass out there. All right. Can he make the move into the chase? Here we go. Akaloan versus Gale. Not really a battle for position. This is not a battle that really matters for Gale's race. He's just out there costing Akaloan time, and that might be his goal. But Akaloan is through. And into third place. What's the gap? It's going to be tight when Young pits. Wheel in to serve his stop-go. Richard Oakes is next up to try to take a run at Isaac Jordan. Isaac Jordan makes that kind of easy for him. So, Thomas, if you need a little reassurance that everybody is going through the exact same thing as you, I encourage you to watch Isaac Jordan here.
Oh boy.
Sorry for laughing, Isaac, but that was a bit funny. Nathan B versus RCO continues to battle it out for 15th place. Both guys having a really good race. I've been very impressed with Roy Cunningham O'Lear lately. He's shown up to the last couple of races, and he's just looked like he's upped his game. He's not winning. He's not scoring podiums even necessarily, but he's just out there really looking a lot smoother, a lot more calm, a little more collected. And getting to battle with Nathan B. as well as Chris Stancer here is a valuable experience. Rally well. It looks like he just got into a little bit of trouble in the cutting. Uphill section of the track, not quite as dramatic as downhill. Sean Young, by the way, in the pits, pitting from the lead, and that hands the lead over to Marv Bex in the Aston Martin. Nathan B finally pulls off his overtake. Not sure who that is behind them, actually. It's one of the Van Nel cars. Ah, Jos van de Velde.
Perhaps if they go around a corner, they will get jostled.
Pat Fortune is more or less letting Brian Mongrand through. We've seen this before from the Stunt Possum Lamborghinis. They fight against the Iron guys with a burning passion. But when it comes to the silvers and the bronzes, they treat them as somewhat not in their race. And Mongrand gets a free spot as a result. He gets to set his sights on Adrian Maroud, the bronze leader, once again. Sean Young coming out of the pits in behind Maroud. So Young falling back quite a bit off of the pit stop. Still have Matt Gale out there. Oh, Steepo, and oh, Lord! Oh, Lord!
Oh, boy! Oh, Lord!
Oh, Lord, this could get worse. There's the race leader going through.
Oh, boy!
Okay, let's see what happened to start that off between Steepo, and Sven van de Velde.
Woo, synchronized.
And,
oh, boy!
Oh, there's the Hugo Grippen coming in. Okay, we need to go back further. Give me the full 30 seconds, please. Looks like they came together coming out of Hell Corner. Not Hell Corner, Forest Elbow. Not sure whose fault that is necessarily. But either way, major moment for them, and also Grippen is falling back quite a bit, so he's got problems as well. Yeah, there he is. Ah, Hugo. Yeah, that wheel is sideways.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's not good.
Channel your inner Greek freak.
You can see how the wheel is not exactly... the car is not exactly turning with the wheel the way you'd want.
Not very responsive. Can we have it
Just,
sent back to the factory?
Just trying to crawl this thing around to the pits, and not of any fault of his own, to be clear. He had a car that was kind of ballistically coming across the track. And, trying to get slowed down now and get into the pit lane. Don't miss your pit X entrance. Murdering all the all of the styrofoam brake markers. All right, he's in. He got there at the end of the day. So Owen back out in front. Did Bex pit? Bex did pit. Okay. So Bex has come out as a big winner off this in second place now. Phenomenal. And then in third place it is Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket. Fourth place belongs to Maroud. Fifth place to Mongrand. Sixth place to Young. Seventh place to Fortune. Eighth place to Dick Post, who is right there. Hobart Rallywell up at a ninth place. He's having a phenomenal day. Shout out to Hobart Rallywell. And James Wheel down in 10th place after serving his stop-go penalty. Byron, I have good news. I have great news.
Okay.
I have the best news of the day.
Enjoyable.
Thomas Wong is back out on track.
Ha-cha-cha.
We
Get
had
'em.
bullied him.
Success.
Nathan B going side by side with Chris Stancer. This is a great experience for Nathan B. Stancer is not a fast driver, but he's been around a long time. He's very consistent. Definitely a guy to learn some excellent habits from, and there's a way, and the way to do that is to battle with him on track. B is behind the two stunt possum Lambos, which is not where he wants to be. But he's had a great season, and I hope that he builds on this in the future.
Like a house or something?
I mean, a house could be the metaphor. Pat Fortune letting Dick Post through. I do believe he let him through there. That was very easy to make that overtake happen, I'm just saying. I don't want to take too much out of Dick Post's sales, but I don't think Pat was giving you the full Monty there, sir. It's Hugo Grippin rejoining. How is his car looking? Let's see if he managed to get that fixed up. How's the wheel looking? Looking better. What do you think, Byron? I think that's looking better than when we last on board with them?
Yeah, it's all right. It's slightly corrected.
Letting some people through as they work the blue flags. And Steepo is in for his second pit stop.
Mandatory 90 pit stops.
Roy Cunningham Olaire versus Chris Stancer. Same thing that applies to Nathan B as to applies to Cunningham here. Excellent guy to pay attention to what Stancer's doing, the consistency, and make your way through if you can.
Oh, shit. I think my cat just knocked something over. I'll be back in a second.
Alrighty. Isaac Jordan in the pits. So after going super deep before taking his first pit stop, Jordan is going to take his second pit stop. And be one of the first ones to do that. Not the first. We've got Boris, both Van de Veldes and Grippen have taken both their mandatories. It's surprising to see Jordan, after being one of the latest to take his first one, be relatively early on the second one. Got some battles going, but nothing really closer than this, so we're going to stick with RCO versus Stancer. They're both having excellent days, battling over 13th place. Like, this is a season highlight for both these guys. Nathan B was in the Iron Championship hunt at one point. Comes in today in third place, having taken 3 Iron podiums this season, including a victory at Laguna Seca. And Chris Stancer has been, picking up just consistent points finishes. Highlight of his season was 4th place at Watkins Glen. But aside from that, it's been a 7th place at Laguna Seca, 8th place at Spa, and a couple of 9th places at his home tracks in the UK with Donington Park and Silverstone. L. Perry telling us that his car is wrecked. Ouch. Oop, and excuse me, I opened up a program and I didn't mean to. It's a shame to hear from L. Perry that his car is wrecked. Nissan has had a phenomenal season.
Have returned. He has not destroyed the world.
We've lost El Perry from the race. Apparently his car was wrecked.
I don't want to hear that.
Chris Stancer ducks out of his fight with RCO and heads into the pit lane.
I hear about the joyful and miraculous resurrection.
Ooh, we got a battle for second place in Iron going on. D. Hines versus Nathan B. for 11th place in the overall pecking order.
We got the squirt guns.
See, I've been saying how the stunt possums are real nice to the other cars. We're about to see when the stunt possums get mean, and it's iron on iron combat on track. You can see D is not being nice. He is changing the lane. He is going defensive, and it's D versus B.
Cat knocked over a piece of plywood and made a loud sound. I thought he had broken something. It turned out to be nothing.
That's good. I have a coworker at work. We work from home for the tax lead position. And her cat will periodically jump up on the laptop keyboard and we'll get a lovely communication from the Merlin. To the point where all the leads know, why does it need to have a long string of nonsensical letters? Merlin.
Welcome to...
Basically, yeah.
I have trained... There's a couple things Goose knows, but step number one is do not step on the keyboard. You can walk past the keyboard. You can even lay down next to the keyboard.
D. Hines going with the late breaking of maneuver there into the chase. Keeps the position, but that is tough to do. That is taking your life into your own hands. As Mr. Worf in Star Trek would say, it takes unmitigated gall to do this. Into Hell Corner we go. Tight defensive line from D. Hines. And he ends up at the wall. Did he get hit? Let's try camera 2 here to see if Nathan actually made contact with him.
I personally have so much gall that my body has formed a whole bladder to contain it.
Commentary booth declares Nathan B. innocent of this matter.
Homeboy definitely zigged when he should have zagged.
D. Hines just kind of lost control of the car. Marbex, by the way, has taken over the lead as Tristan Akaloan has taken his second pit stop and theoretically final pit stop. Quite a ways up the pecking order from Richard Oakes in the Rust Bucket. And then it's Marood, Mongron, and Sean Young, your top 5. Akaloan rejoining in 8th place, still effectively the leader of this race. Everybody ahead of him still needs to pit. Not really any battles going on right now. The closest is this one here between Mongron and Marood. So just kind of keeping an eye out, seeing what's going on with the yellow flags. Nishan Jalant getting into a little bit of something. Trigger yellow flag coming out of the chase. I need more Gridiron Heights episodes, Byron. I missed my Gridiron Heights.
Did they not produce them in the off-season?
They tend to slow them down.
Boring.
I particularly have always enjoyed the Strangers parody one that they did.
How strange was it?
You know the movie The Strangers, where the people in masks come to the house and basically kill some people, terrorize them?
No.
Okay. Well, that's the very basic premise of the movie. And
wait, is that the one with Batista?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I remember any of the actual acting talent that were in those two movies. was relatively low key on the actors. But anyways, that's the basic premise of the movie. And in the Gridiron Heights parody, it's a bunch of players who play for teams that are like in the playoff hunt, but they're like a lot worse than they were the prior year, basically. And they're going to a cabin to relax and trying to kind of figure this stuff out. So it's Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts. It's Juju Smith-Schuster for the Steelers, I think. Or Chase Claypool. Maybe Chase Claypool. And Patrick Mahomes is one of them. And so they're making a bunch of jokes about how their season's not going well, basically. And at one point there's a knock at the door, and it's a guy going, "Dude, how are the vibes? How are the vibes, dude?" It's clearly Justin Herbert. And then Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow are also there. It's where the Joe Burrow line of, "Hi, my name is Joe Burrow. I'm so cool that it doesn't even bother me that I play for the Bengals." We're kind of at a little bit of a peaceful point of the race. Or at least as peaceful as this track gets. Stop-go penalty for J.J. Zimmerman, probably for speeding in the pit lane.
The Dave Bautista people getting slaughtered in their home movie was called Knock at the Cabin.
Similar idea.
As directed by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
I actually watched one of his movies very recently. I hadn't watched the movie Glass. So I decided that I was going to do that.
I haven't seen those either. I was kind of excited when they were we're gonna do the is it Unbreakable or Invincible?
Unbreakable.
There you go.
Split and Glass.
There you go. I haven't seen the second two movies. I have them somewhere, but I have yet to watch them. I have heard that they are good.
Bits, as well as Pat Fortune and Richard Oakes. So pressure on the Stunt Possum boys to deliver good pit stops. And Marv Bex continues to lead the way. Though he's really just keeping that spot warm for Akaloan. It's Thomas Wong as well as Hobart Rallywell, if I'm not mistaken. Both are lapped cars to him. And not battling with each other. Oh, Thomas getting a little out of shape on the mountain.
It happens.
After we bullied Thomas to get back in the race, I have to say, Thomas, it happens. If you need any proof, just watch this broadcast. So much has happened.
Very, very active race today.
Jos van de Velde is up ahead. And James Wheel is on the tail of Richard Oakes, but they are really a pit stop apart. Sean Young on the tail of Adrian Marood. Ferrari on Ferrari action. Two guys who have been here since the absolute start of my commentary career with Evolution Racing Academy. We've watched Sean Young grow into a better racer and make his way from iron all the way to silver. Adrian, I don't really know how to say... Oh, Lord!
Oh, boy. Mike, you just got to curse everybody.
What even happened here?
We had a cheering section for Sean and chat. Mike's saying nice things. Boom, into the wall.
Boof.
Yeehaw.
Just got out of shape on the brakes. Oh, that car does not look good.
It's fine.
He's going to need to get to the pits. Is he going to RTB? He's going to RTB. Okay. James Wheel also having it off. Let's go play that again. Looks like he's going to make a pit stop So he's already carrying damage at this point. You can see the front end is already messed up. I imagine we have a situation similar to Hugo Grippin earlier. Yeah, that wheel's off center.
Can we get somebody to mess with the livery and instead of DeWalt it says default?
That'd be interesting.
I think it'd be fun.
Default racing team.
Correct.
But anyways, I was going to say we've seen Sean Young work up the ranks all the way from iron to silver, and sadly, Maroon's still in bronze. He was in bronze when I started doing commentary with them. So. A lack of particular improvement there. Richard Oakes on the tail of Akaloan. They've come kind of close together, so maybe Richard's got something here. Let's go, Richard. We are lessening the rain. Track is down to a damp status instead of wet. So we're in a very different mode here. And the drivers that can react to the change between wet and damp are going to have the advantage. And we said this before, Richard is very good in the wet. It accentuates an already very solid talent that he has, but particularly this is his conditions. And we'll see if he can get around here. He's going for it. That was ballsy. But Richard Oakes may have just effectively taken the lead of the race, Byron.
Ricardo Oakenshield to the front.
Ricardo Oakenshield making things happen. Adrian Maroon's in the pits. Nathan B is in the pits. James Wheel, Jos van de Velde, Stipo. So a lot of action on pit row. And what we are looking at is probably a battle for the win. Stipo, that's not how you're supposed to rejoin the race. As RCO goes off in the background as well. By the way, Sean Young, shout out. Fastest lap of the race. 2:08.925. And Akaloan's carrying some not insignificant damage on his front end. So we'll see if he can hang on. Seems to be still going reasonably fast. Keeping up with Oakes at the moment. But any bit of damage on the downhill section is going to be a multiplication factor of an already very, very, very dangerous pathway. We got a Nathan B is the GOAT, started from the bottom. Now he's here. He's had a great race. He's had a phenomenal race. Did start dead last and has worked his way up into... He's in 10th right now. And he's done both his pit stops, so yeah, he could be in for a top 10 here today. That could be a legit top 10 for him. Second place in category. I don't think he's going any higher than 10th. The only two people ahead of him that have to pit are Bex and Post, and, well, Post is in. They'll both come out, I think, well clear of him. We'll find out. Into the last 18 minutes of the race, I should say. Only real on-track battle going on, so otherwise I'm just looking for... I'm looking for disaster porn. Basically. And we've had a lot of it today, Byron.
I was going to say, that was my intention coming into this race, is to keep an eye out for that sort of thing.
And has the race delivered to you, sir?
It's been very nice. I've enjoyed it. Other people probably a lot more frustrated, but it's funny because it's not me.
Has it been the highlight of your season?
So far, so good. Very enjoyable.
Oh,
boy.
Lucio
Oh, boy.
Condi getting into it with somebody. This Hugo Grippin. Let's see what happened there. So Condi's on his own. This feels like it's going to be self-inflicted. We'll find out. It's Grippin and one of the Van Nell boys. Kyalami Dyke, I think. Back right. Yeah. This gets a little too much of the curb. And gets nudged by Grippin. I can't fault Grippin on that one. He looked like he was full on the brakes. And, Condi is in the pit lane along with Thomas Wong. Wong serving his last pit stop. God, the side of that car is beat up.
Beat up from the feet up.
Kyalami continues to stalk Oaks for what I think is going to eventually be the winner of this race. But you know what? Bex has got a decent gap. Bex could be coming into play as well. By the way, Beck's fastest lap of the race, 2:08.702. So the track is getting faster. And we know that... So this is where having that last pit stop really comes in handy, Byron. Bex is getting as much data as he can as to how this track is going to finish the race. And that means that he can make adjustments at the pit stop to compensate for anything that's wrong with his setup in the wet that is quickly becoming more of a problem as it dries out. This might be a masterstroke by the Aston Martin Rainbow Racing Team.
Or they could put sugar in his gas tank.
It also helps that he's about 4 seconds faster a lap than Oaks and Okakaloan right now.
Mike, I have excellent news.
Okay.
Batista and Jason Momoa did a buddy cop movie. It was released 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
available. I did not know.
I've seen
Stephen
the trailer.
Root's even in this movie.
I've seen the trailer.
You didn't tell me anything.
You're normally more
Try
up
to
on these things.
withhold.
Oh. Blue flag car. Blue flag car on the downhill section. Now, as a general rule, blue flag cars are not expected to give way on the downhill because, frankly, that's how they crash. But he will be expected to get out of the way when they hit the Conrod. So hopefully Kyalami Dyke is ready to do that. Just move over. Just move over. Just move over. Just move over. Don't make these guys go into the chase behind you. Oh, no. And, Dyke goes off the track. Well, that could have been a lot worse. I'll put it that way. That could have been a lot worse. Hugo Grippin in behind, as well as, Thomas Boris. Bex might be one of the few guys who actually stayed out here long enough that he might be able to go on full-on dries to end the race. The rain is going to stop in 50. No, the rain's gonna stop basically right at the end of the race. I don't know if dries are gonna be an option, but we'll see. We'll see.
Put on the big old knobby mud tires. I'll get you through.
We got a little battle of the further back. Thomas Wong is on the tail of Jos van de Velde. And gets a little bit off the track there. If you're going to have a moment like that, that's the spot to do it. One of the stunt possums heads on through. Pat Fortune. Final pit stops for Sven van de Velde and RCO. further back. Sean Young putting the pressure on Team Track Tools, JJ Zimmerman. JJ gets a shutout. He didn't qualify last like Nathan B did, but he qualified pretty low down, and he's running in 20th place and has his car in one piece. So, since I cannot push, talk, and clap at the same time, we go with the chest bump.
You're not just going to slap yourself really quickly in the forehead?
I mean, we could do that too. I am willing to engage in physical comedy for the audience. The Prancing Horse versus the Raging Bull. Here in the final minutes of this race. Goes down the inside into Hell Corner. And they'll make it. I think JJ thought better of trying to fight for that. And Pat Fortune, somebody yellow flag, but it seems like he's okay. So maybe just a wheel off the track or something. The interesting thing still remains: is Marv Bex when is Marv Bex going to pit? Because he does have to pit.
Oh, yeah.
But he is still running faster lap times than the two guys chasing him. So let's see here. What's the time to pit again? He's probably got enough. He's probably got enough time already. But I imagine he's one of the fastest cars on track right now. Brian Longron. Summoning yellow flag. Okay, it looks like he just went off at one of the parks. Seems like he is largely okay. And I said we would start talking about the Bronze Championship as it came down to the wire, but not much to say. Dick Post came in today as the leader. He is leading, and this is his championship. I would like to make it overcomplicated, but, you know, we did. I feel like the entire audience know if Dick Post did win the bronze race, he would be champion. And right now, it is him. Adrian Maroon and Brian Longron had more pace today, but they made more mistakes, and we just haven't seen Dick Post in the wall much.
Correct. Although his car may or may not be a mimic and may or may not be consuming him the whole time.
Does have a little bit of damage on the car, so you know there's been something, but largely intact. Hasn't been the center of a lot of attention. Has just quietly been out there getting the job done. Tristan Akaloan continues to try to get into the fight for the lead. But I think right now he is effectively in third place. He's behind Oaks, and I think Bex is going to come out ahead of both of them once he does do his pit stop. Which is kind of the beauty of this race, is that, real talk, I didn't think Bex was really a variable in the formula to get the win. As Akaloan gets into the wall and gets into Oaks a little bit. Ow! Puts him in the wall. Channeling his inner Byron Dirksen.
Hell yeah.
Hard to say if that was really on. You could argue that was Oaks' not giving up the position that was already lost. You could argue that was Akaloan putting him in the wall. I think 6 of one, half dozen of the other is largely applicable. Thomas Boris, one of the stunt possums, and RCO chasing them down the hill. I think that's D. Hines, not Pat Fortune. In the stunt possum Lambo.
D. Hines on the decline.
Lucio Condi recovering from an off. All right, moment of truth. Marbeck's in the pit lane. And it looks like he's just going to rejoin the race real simple. Well ahead of the battle for second place. Because the car of interest to him is the number 33 making its way through the chase. And he's on at the Mountain Straight. Idris Cahill having a moment. What has happened to Idris? Yep, self-inflicted. Came in a little too hot. Probably picked up a little bit too much of the curb.
He got Kate on the hill.
Backs into the wall. And is back and headed in the right direction. And Akaloan's in the pits. So whatever you felt the blame belonged between Akaloan and Oaks becomes a little bit irrelevant because Akaloan's in the pit lane. That'll promote Van Dal teammate Dick Post to the podium. So entering the final 6 minutes, it is Marv Bex leading the way from Richard Oakes, from Dick Post, from Brian Mongron, from Adrian Marood. Akaloan's in 6th, but we don't know how long he's been in the pits for. Pat Fortune's going to move past him. Currently in 8th is Hobart Rallywell. Matt Gale and Nathan B, your top 10. That top 10 has really, really reshaped itself because about half of it, I'm looking at Rallywell, Nathan B, even Post, looked like they were not really in contention for a top 10 here today. And they've mastered the conditions, the changing conditions around this track by far the best. They've handled the hop over from the heavy rain to the light rain to the dampness that we see before us right now. And they're doing a great job. Akaloan has rejoined the festivities. Coming around in 9th place and is now down a lap to Marv Bex. That's got to be incredibly galling. It's Lucio Condi in the Converse Honda. It'll be blue flag traffic. Yeah, going side by side still. His tire's probably not gripping quite right for Akaloan yet. Just out of the pits. And that is Nathan B, 2 cars back, who is legitimately battling with Akaloan for position. Having a phenomenal day.
Put him in a hammerlock.
As the Nathan B cheering section has noted in the past. Stipo in the Ferrari is lapped, and thus not in this fight. I'd like to see him get out of the way when we get to the Conrad Straight. Let these two have their fight. Don't make Nathan B fight you. Actually, forget about second place. Dick Post won. Forget about third place. Dick Post won second. Dick Post smells second place. He's all over the back of the rust bucket. Adrian Marood, by the way, putting up the fastest lap of the race. 2:08.077. D. Hines bailing off the track there. And Brian Mongron not far behind this fight too. I just realized that's a Jensen Rocket Honda at the back of this pack. Ahead, Thomas Boris, JJ Zimmerman. That's not for position. Zimmerman is lapped. Here we go, side by side to the chase. Dick Post has got it. Richard Oakes' damaged Porsche can't keep up. Dick Post is going to take home second place here today. It looks like everybody RCO in the pits. Why?
Unclear.
Doesn't have to pit, doesn't have a penalty. You only Only thing I could think of is maybe his fuel consumption has been a little bit off. Because the car looks fine. It looks like a splash and dash for the 55 car.
Danged Americans always driving them gas guzzlers.
The BMW does have the highest gas consumption on in the field.
Oh, does it?
It's just the biggest.
I was going for an ironical type joke since he's driving a BMW.
All right, Mongron is next up to take a run at Richard Oakes. Can we get 2 bronze drivers on the podium here to end the season? That would be hilarious. D. Hines getting a front row seat.
Suddenly Richard throws the rust bucket sideways.
Where is
and
Marv
cockblocks
Bex
everyone.
in relation to the finish line? So probably get one more lap after this.
It's too many laps.
Ooh, Oakes is caught up to Post again. What happened to Dick Post? Is Dick Post running out of gas? That would be incredibly lame. That'd be incredibly lame.
I'm assuming he hit a greasy wobbler.
I'll give you a 30-second replay. Let's see if we missed him hitting the wall. Doesn't look like he's been in the wall. Looks like he's slow. JJ Zimmerman being not the most cooperative blue flag traffic, but yeah, there's Richard Oakes saying, dude, I'm gonna go side by side in the skyline, hope you don't mind. Boom.
That'll do nicely.
And Brian Mongron at some point hit the forest elbow. That might end his hunt for the podium. Marood goes through. Marv Bex is on his final lap. Richard Oakes is in second. Post is dropping back of him. Post has something wrong with the car. I don't know what it would be, other than
Gotta go for the gearbox.
it's gotta be gas. His last lap was a 2:17.59. It's about 5 to 7 seconds off the pace.
He might be going postal.
Listening to see if he's lifting coasting. Seems to be back on it now. I do not know what happened. And Nathan B getting into trouble. What has happened to our American consigliator? Skyline happened. Yep. For a damp track, there's a lot of puddles in this section still. Getting nudged a little bit there by... That was Steepo. Alright, Post. Can you get it back? The sun is down. You have one chance. It's going to be at the chase. Only one man can have top Porsche honors. Will it be Richard Oakes? Will it be Dick Post? They head towards the chase. Oakes is not giving up easy. And Post is through. Can he hold it?
Oh,
Oakes
yeah,
is gonna
that helps.
Oh no!
Oh, no, they both fuck it up.
Richard Oakes by completely and blatantly cutting the track. Will take second place. And out of nowhere, it's Adrian Maroon on the podium to finish off Bathurst.
Goddamn.
Nubs Racing Division. And that's a division win for him, too. Dick Post loses the win in bronze. Still the champion. But kind of screwed over there. Brian Moncron brings it home in 5th place. Pat Fortune with a dominant display to the rest of the Iron division. I cannot imagine he'll be Iron next season. He'll be probably promoted. Most Iron champions do get the promotion to Bronze. And I expect Pat Fortune to be no exception. Also, somebody needs to make a Hammond racing team based on George Hammond from... or John Hammond? George Hammond? The old man from Jurassic Park. Just so the cars can say, spared no expense.
John Hammond, yeah.
Pat Fortune brings it home in 6th place. Hobart Rallywell with a phenomenal end to his season. He brings it home in 7th. Matt Gale, not a good season, but an exciting finale here. 8th place. 3rd in class. He'll take it. I think we've lost too many cars for me to do the recap otherwise at this point. All right, congratulations to everybody. Normally we would have the interview section here, but I got to go back to work. And
I'll just ask really BS questions.
Well, it's also that I am the one doing the streaming. Mm-hmm. So, sorry guys. We are headed off. Mr. Byron, your final words.